What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some transfer portal news as we got an update on the Penn defensive tackle Joey Slackman. Plus we got an update on one of Michigan's top remaining 2024 targets, an early look at who will be signing and enrolling early at Michigan. Plus Will Johnson gives his early impressions on Alabama in the Rose Bowl. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we got some recruiting and transfer portal news that I want to talk about first. Michigan has obviously been going after a lot of transfer portal targets, and we talked about all of them in our previous videos, but one guy in particular is the Penn graduate defensive tackle Joey Slackman, and we do have some new news on him, as obviously he spent 4 seasons at Penn. He entered the portal on November 20th. He has offers from 25 different FBS schools, and he was also offered by Michigan on November 28th. Now he is taking visits to schools right now. He already visited Wisconsin the first weekend of December, in Florida this past weekend, and he also is hoping to make a final decision in the next week and a half or so. Now he was originally scheduled to take visits to North Carolina, Virginia Tech, and Michigan. However, it now appears that he has canceled his trip to Michigan, as Slackman told ESPN's Tom Van Haren that he will now see Virginia Tech, North Carolina, and Auburn this week, as Auburn has just offered him. So given the fact that he appears not to be taking a visit to Michigan and he wants to make a decision in the next week and a half or so, definitely not a good sign for Michigan now. Now Michigan did make his top 5 out of Florida, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, and Michigan. However, that was before he canceled his trip to Michigan and now is making a trip to Auburn instead. Now Slackman told On3's Gator Online that I'm being pretty meticulous about where I'm trying to visit. Don't really want to visit too many places anyway, because it's a pretty speedy process for me. And he said we'll see how things work out by the end of the week. And he said I'm trying to stay in the moment and appreciate everything, enjoy it, and I'm grateful to be here. He did say that I had surgery on my bicep. He said he tore it in our second to last game, and I had surgery 3 weeks ago, but I should be clear for spring ball though. So we'll see if Michigan is able to get him on campus, but him canceling his visit to Michigan this weekend, not a good sign for the Wolverines to land him at Penn. Over the last 3 seasons, he racked up 115 tackles, 25 tackle for losses, 11 sacks, 3 pass breakups, 2 forced fumble, and a blocked kick. Would be a nice addition to the defensive line room. However, Michigan does have a lot of competition there at that position. But that's the latest on Joey Slackman. I feel like that is the first bad news from the transfer portal that Michigan has gotten, obviously besides CJ Stokes, the running back, entering the transfer portal. But Michigan's still going after, Indiana wide receiver Donovan McCulley, UCLA quarterback Dante Moore, Western Kentucky cornerback Upton Stout, and also the Florida running back Travis Etienne, and also the Maryland linebacker Jayshawn Barham, who we currently lead for. And have a couple of crystal ball predictions going in their favor. I do want to talk about recruiting a little bit, as obviously the 2024 early signing period is now a week from today, so be on the lookout for that next week. I'll be covering that and everyone who signs early with Michigan, and potentially some flip commitments if Michigan will be able to land anybody. We already got one from the 3-star defensive lineman David Poly, but the one guy I wanted to talk about in the 2024 class is the 2024 4-star edge Luggard Idope from the state of Maryland. He is ranked 270th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings, and Michigan has seemed to make a late push for him. He was a late senior riser, and Michigan, they are needing another edge in the class, but he actually just took his official visit to Michigan yesterday. He also had an in-home visit with the Michigan coaches. Talking about that in-person visit, He told EJ Holland of the Wolverine that it was good, it was great to meet them in person, and my parents got to ask all the questions they needed to ask. He said with the football piece, it was more about the culture and how they are a blue blood program. They talked about the defense and how their defense works. He also said it's appealing. They've produced Aiden Hutchinson, so many good defensive ends, and he says that Michigan is in a pretty good spot right now in his recruitment, and he said that it's going to come down to the academics, the culture, and the people, also the environment. So Michigan, a top school for Luggard Edokpe right now. Would be nice to land another edge in the 2024 class. Also wanted to talk about the 2025 in-state 3-star safety Elijah Dotson. Michigan has 3 crystal ball predictions going in their favor. They've led for a while now. He's ranked 455th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings, and he talked about eyeing his possible commitment. He said at first it was looking like January, but I want to wait it out a little bit and talk to my parents about it, so I'm gonna wait it out a little longer. He also said he wants to take his official visits. He said, I've seen it all at Michigan. He said he wants to look for a family type of place. He wants to get to know the coaches more, talk to Jim Harbaugh more, but he's also been impressed with Michigan's play this season and the secondary that Michigan has right now. So Michigan remains a top school for Elijah Dotson, as he talks about his commitment time frame a little bit there. A couple of guys committed in the 2024 class for Michigan I wanted to talk about is first Jacob Oden, as he is expected to sign early. He said, I signed the 20th, then I have practice and meetings on the 20th, and the day after Christmas we fly to LA. And he told the Michigan Insider that I am practicing with the team once I get there. I'm looking forward to learn and see the speed of practice in the playbook are the main things. Now the 4-star edge Dominic Nichols is also expected to sign early in practice with Michigan. He said he can't wait, and he also said that he thinks it'll benefit him and get him an early start at Michigan. Jaden Davis also expected to sign early, so again, we'll go over everybody that signs early on December 20th, next Wednesday. But that's some transfer portal and recruiting news for Michigan there. Also wanted to talk about Michigan football, as they're holding an award show in front of fans at Chrysler Center on Sunday at 7 p.m. as they'll be holding their annual team awards show. You can buy tickets there. I believe they're $10, so pretty cool. There is $10 for general admission, and doors open at 6:30 p.m. Now, last thing I wanted to talk about is the Michigan defensive back Will Johnson, as he talks about his injury and also previewing Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Told the Michigan Insider that I was mad I couldn't play against Iowa in the Big Ten Championship. I was stressing about it, and those guys came up to me like, man, don't worry about it. We want you to do what's best for you, and we got your back. And he said that in that situation, they had my back. He also talked about his own toy drive coming up this weekend in Ann Arbor. He said, my toy drive is me and Samaj. It's December 17th. He said it's going to be at the Blue Leprechaun in Ann Arbor. He said we're going to come out and we'll try to get as many toys as we can, and then on December 23rd, that's when we're going to give them out at a location in Detroit. So pretty cool there. And I also talked about his early impressions of Alabama in the Rose Bowl. He said we had a little break this week, so I've been trying to take my little time away that I can, but I've seen what they've got. They're a very talented team, but I think we are a very talented team too, so it's going to be a good matchup. Will Johnson should be all good to go and fully healthy. The whole Michigan team should be good to go. Obviously, besides Zach Zinner, will be without him, but for the most part, Michigan, they have really no major injuries that have happened this season besides the Zach Zinner injury, so thankful for that. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I'd greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.